Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and you rejoined finally by the Daily Shed. It's been a while since I've made a video on this thing, and it's been a while since I've made a video in general. I've just been mentally busy. It's been insane, but I'm back now hopefully with frequent uploads. There's definitely some more Swift content coming soon. I thought I'd clear that up, but yeah, we're back today with the daily box, and the next appearance this should have made was when it was painted. I'm not going to go into it too much because I'm probably going to make a video on this explaining the whole painting situation. Interior, not touched that. I wasn't touching that anyway, and the outside is actually just in grey primer. Long story short, I did it in the purple. I really did not like it at all, and it didn't go how I wanted. It just didn't turn out the way I envisioned it, so I let it do its thing, dry cure, whatever you want to call it, prepped it all back up again, and now I've put it back in grey primer, so it's now just a clean slate to play with, to be honest. And I've got so much more stuff than I originally thought planned for this car, and I thought if I'm painting it I might as well just go and full send it, but anyway, that's besides the point. I'll make another video explaining that soon. The point of today's video is, how practical is this car? Not very, you might be thinking, but I beg to differ. We're going to test that today by going getting some concrete from in here, and we're going to go on a motorway journey with said concrete to a timber place in Manchester, central Manchester, and pick up some fence posts that are absolutely 100% longer than the car. There is no way about it. Don't have the roof racks on anymore either, so it should be interesting. And damn and blast if I forgot my bungee cords, I'm going to be in a bit of trouble. We'll check that once we've got the concrete though. I can always nip back home for those before I go into town. Alright, so here we are. I thought we'd get away with 2 bags of cement for our first lot of posts, which we can do. There is a massive oh cock moment here because I've forgot my bungee cords and I have to go all the way back home, whereas if I'm here I can literally jump on the motorway right there and go straight into Manchester, which is very annoying, but hey, stuff happens, doesn't it? So we'll get these loaded and see how well this thing can handle 40 kg in the back. Probably not well for it having 49 horsepower, but hey. Also forgot to mention that the shock absorbers in the back of this thing, the rear shocks, are completely toasted because the UK roads, I've done 5k miles in it now, roads have just absolutely decimated the shocks, unfortunately, so we're going to want some new shocks at some point. It is what it is though, and I need to fix that too. There's a lot of stuff that's gone on with this thing. It's had a few battle scars now since I've last put it on YouTube, this car. I must say, like, that sound there is because there's an issue with the door bolts, like, because it's a small car and it's got it's got 2 big doors either side, should I say. It suffers from dropping, if you get what I mean, like where it doesn't quite line up, it just drops because it's heavy. K11 Micros also suffer with the same issue. I've had like 2 or 3 now with that issue. It's just general across all small cars, really. That one's not even got a bolt in it in the first place, and unfortunately I let the wind catch it and it did bend the door back a little bit, but I'll be honest, I don't really care. At this rate I'm going to end up buying a parts car for this thing and probably like 1.8T swapping it. I'm going to stop giving myself ideas. Anyway, to the unit where the bungee cords are, or my house, can't remember which, but I'll find out, and then off to Manchester. Alright, so I've dropped the concrete off, that was no problem. Got a bungee cord, happy days. So now I can finally jump on the motorway in this absolute tin can and just cruise to the place. The traffic has really died down as well, so that's good for this because it doesn't like doing mega long motorway journeys, because this thing at 70 mile an hour is absolutely screaming its nuts off, literally nearly like max RPM, so I don't want to be doing that. I don't even do 70 in this thing anyway, just for that reason. I keep it at a nice 60. It seems to cruise happy at 60. Quick nice little update here. Didn't have to go on the motorway. I've come straight through Chief Mill, which is where we are now, and we're going to go straight down into the city from here. It turns out it was like another 10 minutes quicker, so even more happy days. I hope you all saw that. That was a Ferrari F12, I think. No, it's not an F12. The estate Ferrari. It's not the FF, it's the new one after the FF, but I can't remember what it's called. That was sick. So we made it to Miles Platting. This is probably the nearest area where it's near. There's a lot of industrial estates around here. Turns out I've literally bought the most practical car on planet Earth. That is 4 4x4 2.5 metre long posts in a Seat Arosa, and we've got like 10 inches max overlap. I'm very happy with that. I really didn't expect it to do that, to be honest. It was quite a pleasant surprise when I saw that all four fit in relatively easy. So I've got my bungee cord. I'm literally just going to strap it down to the boot and not go on the motorway on the way back if it does recommend that way. It's my little bungee idea. Tie it down to here. That's only coming up if you actually lift it, so we should be absolutely sweet as a nut there. Let's go. Alright then, let's have a little bit of a drive back. I have no idea which way I'm going to drive back, but we're just going to drive back. I'm not going to lie, I don't really know like central East Manchester at all. I was going to say that well, but I don't know it at all, so I'm just going to wing it, flick the sat nav on, and hopefully find my way home, which I should do. Alright, so I think the most perilous part of this journey is over. We're kind of halfway there now. We've come out of central, we're kind of coming back up towards north now. All four posts have held up pretty well, considering there's not actually much holding on back there, so I'm quite impressed that I thought it was going to cause a horrific incident, but no, we're alright. I wouldn't have done that anyway. It's all secured back there with that bungee. It just doesn't look very secure at all. Doesn't help with drivers like that going round the corner at 3 miles an hour because everything goes flying into the windscreen, but hey, we'll deal with that. Yeah, not too far away from the unit now. I've not explained what I'm actually going to use these for in this video, I don't think, so I thought I'd take the time now to do that whole SL63, very nice. I'm actually building next door, and I said I was going to do this a long time ago. I'm actually building another sort of unit on my little spare piece of land. And I made a video about 5-6 months ago saying that it got broken into for like a 3rd time. Nothing's happened with it since because I've actually just left it as it is, so there's nothing for anybody to break. Now you might think that I'm building it back up again, blah blah blah, it's going to get destroyed. No, it's not. Basically the thing I'm using it for is a spray booth because I want to take my spraying sort of that bit further. Oh, sod waiting in this lot. Yeah, I've decided to take my spraying that one bit further and start doing a few bits from home. So this is what I'm going to be supporting the roof with. It's just going to be like a corrugated roof similar to the one that I've got now, but plastic, because I'm kind of doing it on like a budget summer project, because I've got this to be building and also the Swift as well, and that's what it's going to be for. I've got all the kit, got a compressor, generator, because there's no hardwired electricity in there, and it's great. I've already started spraying a couple of bits. Like I said, I've been doing this. I've done some bumpers for friends and a few bits for myself. So here's a little quick thought that I've had. In front of us is a Skoda Citigo, which is, they make the Seat Me and the Volkswagen Up and the Up GTI as well. Will they have the same fate as what these cars had, like the Lupo and the Arosas? Are they all just going to get cut springs and 17-inch Venoms in 10 years time when they become old enough and cheap enough to do that to? Like, will it happen? I don't know. It's just a random thought that's entered my head, but I think it's probably going to happen. Oh my god, look at the state of that. I don't know what, is there more duct tape on that car than paint or something? I have no idea what is going on there. That's bloody aerodynamic though, hey. Right, we're on the home stretch, and I've completely forgot when I came here earlier that this road, the whole thing's closed because they're also digging up this one. And oh my god, they've literally done it now. Amazing. So yeah, we now have to go up a very steep hill, and then, as you know, the track to my unit is like a WRC course, so rip suspension. Let's go for it. Pulled it all up. It moved. We're all good though. We made it though. We made it without any accidents, which is the main thing. Yeah, that's literally how I've had to leave it, because yeah, they've kicked a hole in that actually. I did forget to mention that, but you can see what I've been busy doing with the purple with this, and I just didn't end up liking it. But yeah, as a whole, is the Arosa practical? Yes. Is it a good daily? Hell yes it is. You can literally do anything in this car. I've done a lot in this car, and I've certainly not transported something like this before. Should we do something like this again in the future, only bigger? Like, shall I try and get, I don't know, what shall I try and get? If the engine blows up, shall I try and put another 1 litre MPI in the back of this and transport it home, or is that just a shockingly terrible idea? The next day now and I'm back in the interior. I just thought I'd overview it, like, has there been any damages? Absolutely nothing at all. The headline was already a state anyway. Only thing that's left is just a load of crap up there, and it's scuffed this a little bit, but I reckon with a bit of elbow grease I can probably buff that out or something like that. But other than that, it's held up absolutely perfectly. All the other dings and scratches and stuff are already here. So I'm absolutely buzzing with that. So yeah, just a little mess about video to get back into this car. The next thing I need to do is make a video on this explaining where the hell it's been all this time, and I will be doing that hopefully in the next week. I've got some Swift content that I'm going to be filming. I've got multiple videos actually related to the Swift that I need to film, so I've got all that going on. So there's going to be plenty of action coming. So yeah, I do apologise again about having like a 5-week break off YouTube. I've just been absolutely mad stressed trying to get this car done, just running around, things going wrong, so I've just had to take the time off and sort of regather my thoughts and just come at it again, and it's right, it's time to go again now. So yeah, thanks for bearing with me, and thanks again for watching this video, and I will see you all very soon with some sick content.